This might be difficult to believe, but your name was spoken in a government meeting. Yes, your name. Behind locked doors in chambers where world-shaping decisions are made, you became a point of conversation. Pause and let that sink in. What could have drawn their attention to you? What is it about your presence, your choices, your voice that sent a ripple painting the way to the highest levels of power? This wasn't a casual mention or an offhand comment. It was deliberate. There's a certain weight in knowing your name echoed through rooms where laws are written, where futures are planned, where influence is measured. In that moment, however brief, you were at the center of their focus. You may not fully see it yet, but you've already stepped outside the bounds of ordinary. Your actions, your defiance of the expected, your unwillingness to shrink into the roles prescribed by society, that is what they noticed. This is not a theory. It's a reality shaped by your boldness. You're not like the rest. You've chosen paths most would never dare. And those in power, they see that. They've always paid attention to individuals who disrupt the system, who shift narratives, who move things. Not out of admiration alone, but from a mixture of curiosity and caution. Because the ones who refuse to fade into the background, they're the ones who leave a mark. And you have already begun. To really understand why you're being watched, think about our world today. Every move, every decision, every bit of data is tracked, analyzed, and cataloged. The systems in place thrive on predictability and control, always seeking to know what's coming next. But you've done something unexpected. Maybe it was a bold move that no one saw coming. Or maybe you had the courage to speak up when silence was the easier option. Actions like these send shockwaves through the fabric of control, and ripples like yours never go unnoticed. It's not just about what you've already done. It's about the possibilities ahead. The people in power are always looking forward. They aren't just interested in your past. They're trying to anticipate your next move, analyze the potential impact, and prepare for what you might do. Someone like you represents both a challenge and a shift in the status quo. But there's an even deeper layer here. Your name showing up in that room is more than just a sign of curiosity. It's a confirmation that your presence truly matters. Whether or not you've ever seen yourself as a person of influence, the simple fact that you've caught their attention is proof your life isn't just about your own personal world anymore. The real question now isn't why they're watching you, but what they're planning to do about it. It's easy to underestimate the impact of being noticed, especially by powers as far-reaching as the government. But let that sink in. This isn't casual gossip or meaningless curiosity. Your name, your identity, was brought into focus in a space where every word is spoken with intent. That alone says more than enough. The way you've navigated your life has created ripples that extend far beyond your immediate surroundings. And now the world is paying attention. This moment stands as undeniable proof of just how far your influence truly reaches. None of this is random. You have drawn their attention precisely because your life represents something beyond the ordinary, a spark of influence that threatens to become a roaring flame. Those who operate within systems built on control are always quick to notice when someone begins to disrupt their established patterns. They pay close attention to individuals who refuse to conform, who find creative ways to rise above limitations, and who inspire others to think beyond the norm. Your presence being discussed in their meetings signals a powerful truth. They see a level of potential in you that you may not have even realized within yourself yet. History is filled with moments just like this, ordinary people stepping into extraordinary roles because they dared to act differently. Think of Rosa Parks, whose single act of quiet defiance sent shockwaves through the world and shifted the entire course of history. Consider someone like Malala Yousafzai, whose courage in the face of oppression sparked hope and inspired millions across the globe. Governments and systems of authority know the transformative power of a single individual who steps outside the prescribed lines. And your name being spoken in those private rooms echoes the beginnings of such legendary stories. But this kind of attention isn't only rooted in admiration. It comes from a blend of recognition and caution. Power structures thrive on predictability, on keeping everyone in a well-defined role and maintaining control over every possible outcome. When someone like you refuses to stay within those boundaries, it creates a ripple of tension. They're not simply observing you. They're wrestling with the possibility of what your existence means for their tightly controlled world. Your very presence challenges the foundation of their systems. And that's not something they take lightly. Yet this isn't just about the system watching you. For every authority that's noticed your actions, there are countless others already looking to you as a symbol of hope and change. Even if your actions seem small to you, they have a way of sparking hope and inspiring courage in people you may never meet. What you embody is bigger than yourself. It's the start of a movement, the birth of an idea, or the glimmer of a new possibility for many who are searching for it. Whether you realize it or not, your influence carries weight. And now comes the responsibility of understanding just how much it matters. Being seen and acknowledged at this level is no minor thing. It's a calling to step up and realize that your life's path is about more than just your own journey. Whether you decide to embrace this new role or not, those systems that are watching are already preparing for your next move. Quick pause, family. If this message speaks to your soul and you feel called to support this sacred work, you can buy me a coffee using the link in the description. Your support helps keep this space alive with truth, light, and divine clarity. And if you're feeling the vibe, drop number 88 in the comments below. Let's keep the energy flowing. They have acknowledged your power, your influence, and perhaps most importantly, the vast potential you carry. Your name wasn't merely whispered in passing, it was declared with intent, sparking real conversations about how someone like you could upset the balance of their carefully crafted plans. What unsettled them the most was your unpredictability. Systems of power depend on control, on molding people into predictable roles. But you are different. You are someone they cannot neatly categorize, someone whose choices break old molds and consistently defy expectations. And make no mistake, this terrifies them. They aren't just watching you passively, they are actively trying to anticipate your next step. Right now, they're strategizing because the very existence of someone like you, independent, bold, and unyielding, throws a wrench into their carefully orchestrated machinery. Imagine it, your name echoing through a room packed with individuals who hold the levers of power. People in suits leaning in with furrowed brows, their papers forgotten for a moment as they discuss not policies or corporations, but you. The sheer magnitude of that is almost surreal because it's rare for a single individual to force their way into the consciousness of those who usually focus only on the faceless masses. Yet here you are, standing out in a sea of millions, commanding the attention of people who are used to controlling the narrative. Their discussion about you wasn't just analytical, it was tinged with concern. What you represent, a person they can neither predict nor control, is both a threat and a challenge. They realize your influence doesn't stem from traditional sources like wealth or status. It comes from something much deeper. Your ability to inspire, to ignite change, and to send ripples further than even you can see. This kind of influence is outside their usual playbook, and that's exactly why you make them uneasy. What's most astonishing is that they genuinely don't know how to deal with you. They're accustomed to manipulating stories, shaping how people think, and controlling outcomes. But you flipped the script. Your refusal to play by their rules, your insistence on forging your own path, has left them scrambling and uncertain. They're not used to confronting someone who operates outside their frameworks, and it's shaking the very foundation of their confidence. So what does all this mean for you? It means that those distant, seemingly untouchable systems of power aren't just idly observing from afar. They're actively watching, studying your every move, and trying to gauge the impact you're making. Whether they see you as a threat or as a beacon of something new, one thing is certain. You have their attention. The stage is set, and you are right at the center. This is your defining moment, an opportunity to fully step into the power that others have already recognized in you. Let that reality sink in for a moment. They don't just bring up anyone's name in those meetings. The fact that yours was mentioned isn't just a sign of acknowledgement, it's validation. You've proven yourself capable of stirring ripples big enough to be felt all the way up in the highest circles of power. Now it's time for you to claim that power and own what has always belonged to you. The world might have conditioned you to downplay your significance, to doubt your impact. But here's the truth. Those who control the systems you once found intimidating actually fear the very qualities you sometimes hesitate to embrace. Your voice, your actions, your presence. All of these carry more weight than you may realize. So it's time to stop doubting and hesitating. The very systems that once seemed impenetrable are now recognizing your value. So it's time you recognize it too. Take a moment to affirm your power by typing, "I am unstoppable," in the comments below. This isn't just a symbolic gesture, it's a real declaration. By affirming your power, you remind not only yourself, but the world that you're here, you're seen, and you're ready to step into your rightful place. But remember, truly claiming your power goes beyond just declarations. It's not just about making declarations. It's about taking action. You've already proven you have the courage to stand out. Now it's time to channel that courage into everything you do. Every decision you make, every step you take has the potential to shift the course of history, not only for yourself, but for those who are inspired by your journey. Own this truth. Their unease, the hushed conversations about you, are proof of your influence. The reason they're unsettled is because you're not playing their game. You're creating your own. They've realized they can't stop you, and that shakes them to their core. But it also means the path ahead is yours to define. There's no manual or blueprint for someone like you, and that's exactly where your greatest strength lies. Remember, this is a rare gift. Not everyone is noticed by those in power, and even fewer have the courage to rise when their moment arrives. But you're different. You've already shown you're not just anyone. This moment is your signal, your call to action. Embrace it and claim it, because you were never meant to fit into their mold. You were always meant to shatter it. Being noticed with the powerful isn't just a privilege, it's a responsibility. The instant your name was spoken in that meeting, everything changed. This isn't just about being acknowledged, it's about stepping up to the role that comes with that recognition. When institutions start paying attention, it means your actions are affecting more than just your own life. Now, the real question is, how will you handle being seen? Power dynamics are now at play. They're not just observing, they're reacting. Every move you make, every word you speak, carries more weight than ever before. This is not the time to retreat or second-guess yourself. This is a time for purpose, for standing tall in who you are. The world needs people like you, individuals who challenge what's normal and bring real change. But with visibility comes scrutiny, and you need to prepare for both admiration and resistance. Systems of power rarely feel comfortable around those they can't control. They will test you, question your motives, and sometimes try to diminish your influence. But don't mistake resistance for failure. In fact, it's a clear sign of your impact. If they're reacting, it's because they can feel the shift you've caused. Your responsibility is not to shrink, but to stand firm and let your light keep shining. Now, your intentions matter more than ever. And ask yourself, why are you doing this, and who are you doing it for? These aren't just philosophical questions. They're your compass. When the pressure of being seen feels heavy, your purpose will ground you. Let it guide each step, reminding you this journey isn't about proving yourself to others, but about staying true to yourself. And remember, being seen isn't about perfection. The world will try to amplify your mistakes and use them to overshadow your strengths. But don't let them. Mistakes are just part of the process. They don't define your journey. What truly defines you is how you rise, how you adapt, and how you remain unwavering in your purpose. The responsibility of being seen isn't about avoiding failure, but about turning every challenge into fuel for your growth. Finally, understand that being visible makes you a mirror for others. When people watch you rise, they start to see what's possible for themselves. This responsibility is bigger than just you. It's about showing others the way forward, inspiring them to embrace their own power and potential. It's all about the ripple effect you create. Every step you take forward inspires someone else to move in their own life. This is your moment, not just to embrace being seen, but to use your visibility as a force for good. Being chosen and being in the spotlight comes with its own set of challenges. It's not an easy path. The weight of standing out can sometimes feel overwhelming. The truth is, not everyone will celebrate your rise. Some will question your motives, others might envy your courage, and a few will even try to pull you down. But this isn't a sign that you're doing something wrong. On the contrary, it's proof that you're shaking up the norm, and that kind of disruption always makes people uncomfortable. Every pioneer throughout history has faced resistance. For every action you take, there will be someone trying to counter it. The brighter your light shines, the harder the shadows will stretch to try and cover it. But here's the secret. Resistance is actually validation. It means you're making an impact. People don't push back against what doesn't matter. So the fact that you face opposition is a testament to the importance of your work. Scrutiny often shows up as judgment, people watching your every move, waiting for mistakes to magnify or decisions to criticize. These moments are meant to test you. Will you let their opinions dictate your direction, or will you remain steadfast on your path? The greatest leaders and changemakers are those who refuse to let external noise drown out their inner compass. This is your moment to stand firm, no matter what comes your way. But it's not just external challenges that will test you, it's the internal ones too. Doubt may creep in, whispering questions like, am I really ready for this? Or, why me? These doubts are natural, but they don't define you. In fact, they're a vital part of what makes you stronger. Every time you face those fears and move forward anyway, you prove to both yourself and the world that you're capable of far more than you ever imagined. The key to navigating these challenges is to stay rooted in your core purpose. Surround yourself with people who believe in your vision and remind you of your purpose when the burden feels heavy. Seek out allies who understand what it means to stand out and can guide you through the complexities of being truly seen. You don't have to walk this path alone. Others have been here before you, and they can offer both wisdom and support. Ultimately, navigating these challenges is not just about surviving. It's about thriving. Every obstacle you face is an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. These challenges are not barriers to your success. They are stepping stones, preparing you for what's ahead and reminding you that the path of a chosen one was never meant to be easy, but it's always worth it. Now that you still understand the true weight of being seen, the next question is, how do you amplify your influence and keep making an impact? Strengthening your influence begins with authenticity. The most powerful people in history didn't rise by pretending to be someone else. They unapologetically embraced their true selves. The more you align your actions with your values, the more unshakable your influence becomes. People are naturally drawn to those who are genuine, and your authenticity is your greatest asset. Connection is the next crucial key. Influence doesn't exist in isolation. To truly strengthen it, you need to build meaningful relationships with others who share your vision and values. Surround yourself with people who challenge and uplift you, people who see your potential and encourage you to reach for it. These connections are much more than support systems. They become the foundation of a movement that extends your impact even further. These connections are true catalysts for transformation. Together, you and your allies don't just combine your voices, you amplify them, creating ripples that stretch far beyond anything you could accomplish on your own. When people with shared vision and purpose come together, the energy multiplies, and what starts as a single voice can become a movement that's impossible to ignore. This is the power of community and collaboration. It turns individual strength into collective momentum, breaking barriers and opening doors that might have otherwise remained closed. Another essential cornerstone of genuine influence is the ongoing sharpening of your skills. Your potential is limitless, but that potential can only be realized through constant refinement and personal growth. It's about never settling, always seeking to expand your horizons, whether by learning new strategies, developing expertise in your field, or mastering the art of communication. Investing in yourself is not optional. It's an absolute necessity if you want to truly honor the gift of influence you have been given. The people who noticed you in that meeting didn't see just anyone. They saw someone with the capacity for greatness, someone who could achieve extraordinary things. Honor that recognition by continuing to grow, evolve, and stretch beyond your comfort zone, knowing that every new skill you develop strengthens your ability to lead and inspire. Yet true influence is never just about grand gestures or big actions. It's also about consistency. The greatest impact is made by those who remain steadfast, who refuse to falter when the road gets tough. It's in the small, everyday choices, how you greet someone, the patience you show, the integrity with which you carry yourself, that your influence truly takes root and grows. The world is always watching, even when you think no one is paying attention. And the way you show up, reliably, authentically, and boldly, sends a powerful message. It lets everyone know that you are here to stay, that your influence isn't fleeting or temporary, but enduring and resilient. Never forget that your influence stretches much farther than you might ever realize. Every word you speak, every action you take creates a ripple effect that may touch lives you'll never even know. You might inspire someone you've never met, shift a perspective you weren't aware of, or set in motion a chain of events that changes the course of another person's journey, all simply by being true to yourself. The true measure of your power lies not only in what you do, but in how those actions resonate with others, often in ways you'll never fully understand. At the core of all this lies the most important truth. Align yourself with your higher purpose. Influence without clear direction can easily become destructive or self-serving. But influence guided by a mission, by a sense of calling greater than yourself, becomes a force for real and lasting change. Let your higher purpose be your compass, infusing every decision and action with meaning. When you operate from this space, your personal power is transformed into something much bigger, a force for collective good that ripples outward, impacting communities, systems, and the very fabric of society. The reality that your name was mentioned in a government meeting is not just an accident or random event. It's a sign, a thread woven into a tapestry much greater than you could ever imagine. This moment is a crucial part of your divine path, one that has been quietly unfolding behind the scenes, guiding you toward a purpose far more expansive than you might have dreamed. Recognition like this doesn't come by chance. It's a result of cosmic alignment, a call to step fully into the destiny that's been awaiting you. Throughout history, moments just like this have served as powerful turning points for leaders, visionaries, and innovators. People whose journeys were shaped by events that seemed too extraordinary to be mere coincidence. These milestones are not just markers of outward success. They are evidence of a deeper, higher connection, a force that draws you towards your unique mission. The fact that your name was spoken in that room isn't merely about what's happening on the physical plane. It's a profound indication that something greater is at work, guiding you, supporting you, and preparing you for the next chapter of your extraordinary journey. This moment isn't just about recognition on the world stage. It's a profound reflection of your spiritual growth and inner evolution. You've spent years walking a path of self-discovery, digging deep to uncover your truest self, aligning your actions with your core values and a higher sense of purpose. All the effort you've put into healing, into learning from your setbacks, and into standing firm in your authenticity has not gone unnoticed by the universe. This recognition, your name echoing in places of power, is the universe's way of affirming that you are moving in harmony with your destiny. It's a sign that every step, even the hardest and loneliest ones, has been leading you toward this very point where your influence has grown so strong it simply cannot be ignored. Yet with this cosmic alignment comes a new level of responsibility, especially when it comes to protecting your energy. When you are called to step into a role this significant, you inevitably draw attention not just from supporters, but from forces and energies that might seek to derail your mission. This journey isn't just about overcoming obstacles out there in the world. It's equally about preserving your own inner peace and clarity. Daily spiritual practices, whether it's meditation, prayer, journaling, mindful breathing, or simply grounding yourself in gratitude, become essential tools for your journey. These rituals are more than habits. They are your armor, your sacred shield, helping you filter out negativity, transmute fear into strength, and keep your focus razor sharp as you continue to move forward. Your journey so far mirrors the classic hero's arc, where every ascent to greatness is met with tests, challenges, and moments of soul-arching that shape your character. The fact that the government or any powerful institution has taken notice of you is just one chapter in this unfolding epic. It signals both the trials you may face and the tremendous opportunities that await. Like every hero called to rise, you're being invited to go beyond what you thought possible, to step fully into the power that's always been within you, and to embrace the unique role you're destined to fulfill. This isn't just about being recognized by others. It's about recognizing yourself as a force of transformation in a world that's hungry for real, meaningful change. Ultimately, this kind of recognition is not about them. It's about you. It's about the deep realization that your life is intricately woven into a much larger cosmic story. Now is the time to step forward, not just as an individual, but as a catalyst, a force of change for a world desperately seeking new leaders and authentic voices. The universe has spoken through these signs and synchronicities, and the message couldn't be clearer. You were meant for this moment. Your name surfacing in high-level meetings is more than mere acknowledgement. It's a declaration. It's tangible proof of what you've always known in your heart. You were never meant to shrink yourself, to blend in, or to blindly follow rules written by others. You were born to stand out, to challenge the status quo, to disrupt systems that no longer serve, and to create new pathways for yourself and those who come after you. Pause for a moment and reflect on the journey that led you here. Every setback, every challenge, every sleepless night and moment of self-doubt, these weren't just obstacles. They were the training ground, the sacred preparation for the role you're now being called to step into. The forces of the world, even if they can't articulate it, are responding to your energy, to the light you radiate, and to the power you carry. You were born to be unstoppable. No structure, no institution, no individual can block what is divinely destined for you. It's time to claim that truth, to own it without hesitation. The reason you're being watched, the reason your name is being whispered in rooms of influence, is because you embody a type of potential and change that they cannot predict or control. That's what makes you unstoppable. That's what makes you a true force to be reckoned with. But remember, this journey was never just about you. The impact you create doesn't end with your personal transformation. It spreads out like ripples on a pond, touching countless lives. Your rise gives permission for others to believe in themselves, to trust their own journey, and to embrace their own power. This is your legacy. Not just the changes you spark, but the flames you ignite in the hearts of others along the way. So here's your call to action. Type "they can't stop me" in the comments below. Don't just say it, truly believe it. Let this be your declaration, a reminder to yourself and to the world that you have arrived and you're here to stay. Remember, the meeting where your name was spoken is not the end of your story. It's only the beginning. The chapters ahead are unwritten, full of possibility, and the best is yet to come. This is your time to step forward with courage, knowing that your journey is both unique and divinely guided, and that your presence has already begun to shift the world around you. That's all for today. Dear Father, I pray for the growth of my faith. Help me trust you even when physical evidence is lacking. Let me believe in your perpetual presence, knowing you will never harm me. I understand that your thoughts for me are thoughts of prosperity and not harm, to give me a good future. Thank you, gracious and eternal Father, for always listening to my voice. I offer up this prayer to you in the name of Jesus. Amen. Thank you, Jesus, for your love and provision. I am grateful for your presence in my life and the abundance you bring. If this video resonated with you, please like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with those who need to hear this message. Leave a comment below about your journey and how you are preparing for your own triumphant return. If you'd like to support our work, please consider contributing through Buy Me a Coffee. This helps us continually improve our content to offer you the best. The link to Buy Me a Coffee is in the description. No gift is too small. Whether it's a penny, a prayer, or a share, your generosity helps spread God's word and brings hope to others. Don't stop here. Watch our next video for powerful revelations about the signs that reveal you are the chosen one or one. We've enjoyed following this spiritual journey with you. Thank you for staying with us until the end. Keep shining brightly and embrace your destiny with courage. See you next time. Blessings to all the beautiful souls from the